King. Also, losing your driver's license can be devastating. This company says they can solve the problem with an international permit, but beware, the deal isn't all it seems. The 10 o'clock news starts now.
Live, Kurt Ludlow, Shauna Parsons, meteorologist Rod Hill, and Tim Becker Sports. This is the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening. A possible Florida connection tonight in the case of two missing Oregon City girls. A letter has been found in the waters near Palm Beach.
A letter whose writer either is or is pretending to be missing girl Ashley Pond. KPTV's Ryan Deal is live in Oregon City. Ryan, how are the girls' mothers reacting to this?
Well, Shauna, Kurt, the mothers, like many here in the apartment complex, are not convinced that the letter was written by either of the missing girls, and the FBI hasn't found reason to believe the letter is legitimate either. A 12-year-old boy and his mother pulled the letter from the waters off Fort Pierce, Florida, near Palm Beach. In a plastic baggie, the paper reads, "Please help." But the words inside the letter are casting doubt on its legitimacy. "Hi, my name is Ashley, and I know my mom is crying, so please help me get away and go home to my mom. I am 13 years old. My friend Miranda is also, and she is with me. Please help me get home fast. I love my mommy."
At this point, we don't know whether it's an important lead or not, but it's something we're certainly taking seriously.
The FBI is concerned the letter is a hoax because Miranda's name is incorrectly spelled. The letter also bears the words Fort Pierce and Island in Florida. The mother of Miranda Gaddis tells me the letter is somewhat disjointed and long-winded to come from either of the missing 13-year-olds.
You think that they'd have wrote, "Help, we're with somebody, so-and-so, we're in this color car, we're doing, we're going this way," there's something. I can't imagine them just saying their mom's crying, their mom's missing them, we want to go home. I can't imagine Ashley or Miranda writing something like that.
The letter's discovery set off a sweep of the marina where it was found, similar to those seen here, but the FBI has no indication the letter is legitimate.
I'd hate to think someone did a cruel joke like that on us, because that took almost a whole day out of them searching for our kids. And that's really sad if someone did do something like that.
Now, the FBI says it is treating the letter like any other piece of evidence in this case. In fact, right now it's being analyzed in a lab, and a handwriting analyst is looking at that, comparing it to a known handwriting sample of Ashley Pond to make sure it either is or isn't her who wrote that letter. Kurt and Shauna?
Well, definitely a cruel joke if it turns out to be that.
Yeah.
Ryan Deal live tonight. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Meanwhile, search dogs returned today to the Oregon City apartment complex where Ashley and Miranda disappeared. Miranda's mother talked with investigators about what they're calling a promising tip, but they wouldn't say what specifically is driving the investigation tonight. KPTV's Jim Hyde reports.
Dog handlers and investigators make yet another walk through the apartment complex on Beaver Creek Road. They search for something that could lead them to 13-year-old Ashley Pond, missing since January 9th, and Miranda Gaddis, gone since March the 8th. The FBI spokeswoman says investigators have logged 1,850 tips, some, apparently, with substance.
They had a tip, is all I heard, and that they're hoping that it will pan out with the dogs, and I'm praying that it does.
Miranda and Ashley performed on the same dance team. Their coach is trying to keep spirits up and additional information outreach going through community fundraisers.
At the dance invitational that we did last week, we raised over $5,000, plus we got $3,000 from the pizza place.
And the dogs, a trained canine search team from Grants Pass, are doing what they can. But the woods surrounding the apartments are thick, the highways fast and busy. The trail of evidence could lead anywhere. Keeping spirits up is difficult.
I have to do it for Miranda, and I have my family and friends, and then the way the community is so supportive. I mean, even out of state, we have people that write us and call and send money to help look for the girls.
And searchers, FBI and Oregon City Police, need a tip that pans out to refresh an investigation now 2 months and 3 weeks old. In Oregon City, Jim Hyde, the 10 o'clock news.
FBI agents say they continue to look for possible links between Ashley and Miranda's cases and other kidnappings in this area and around the country. But at this time, they say there's no evidence to link them to other crimes.
Tonight, Clackamas Sheriff's deputies are trying to figure out why a 21-year-old woman would kill her own grandmother.
Last night, 67-year-old Sophia Kugel was found shot inside a fifth-wheel trailer near Mount Hood. KPTV's David Wilson joins us from the newsroom with details of this crime. David?
Well, last night, Sophie Kugel was taken to Oregon Health Sciences University with a gunshot wound to the head. She died there. early this morning. And tonight, police still can't say why her granddaughter allegedly pulled the trigger. Peace and quiet normally come easy for anyone camping in the trees at the Mount Hood Village RV Park near Welch's.
He did hear the shot go off.
But police say late afternoon Tuesday in the living room of this trailer, 21-year-old Kimberly Elsa Robinson shot and killed her very own grandmother.
The call came out. The granddaughter tried to cover it up by saying that the grandmother had shot herself in a suicide attempt.
But investigators say the evidence shows it was the young woman who used a handgun to shoot 67-year-old Sophie Kugel once in the head.
We don't know why. We don't know what the motive was.
Detectives say Robinson moved from San Diego to Oregon a month ago and had been staying in this fifth-wheel trailer since then with her grandmother and another elderly man.
Sounds like the grandmother had been kind of helping her out. The granddaughter came up from California. Police say Sophie Kugel and her companion had been living at the Mount Hood Village for the last year with no problems.
Yeah, she seemed like a really nice lady. She had a Swedish accent.
Neighbors call the family private and say family squabbles inside this trailer were unheard of. Now, we spoke with a family member in Southern California tonight, and she said there had been some family troubles in the past and that it was less than a happy situation. Oregon shows no criminal record for Kimberly Robinson in this state. Relatives say Sophie Kugel and her late husband Marion lived in the community of Sisters for several years until he died in 1999.
KPTV's David Wilson, thank you.
The man accused of stabbing an Intel employee was arraigned in a Washington County courtroom today. Pedro Sanchez was charged with 1 count of attempted murder in the first degree and assault in the first degree. Sanchez was arrested yesterday for stabbing the woman. He attacked her as she was getting out of her car at the Intel campus in Hillsborough. If convicted, Sanchez could face up to 20 years in prison for each charge. A preliminary hearing is set for April 3rd.
The city of Salem is worried about its soaring crime rate, especially the increase in thefts over the past year. Police say they're responding to an average of 23 thefts a day. That's up 13% from 2001. The crimes range from home burglary to identity theft. The combination of drug abuse, lack of jail space, and minimal police coverage, they say, could be to blame. Police say there are things you can do to protect yourself.
Keep an eye on your property, know where your property is, mark it, record serial numbers, be good neighbors, get involved in Neighborhood Watch.
In fact, Kohlmeyer says a person who's a part of a Neighborhood Watch program is half as likely to be the victim of a crime.
The Community Cycling Center in Northeast Portland gives bikes away to needy kids and adults, so there's no good reason for people to steal them. But that's what happened early this morning at the shop on Alberta Street. Someone threw blocks of cement through a plate glass window, scattering debris and then stealing a number of bicycles. The Community Cycling Center takes donated bikes and reconditions them. Last Christmas, the organization gave more than 600 bikes to kids. Another program operated through the nonprofit group teaches low-income adults and kids how to fix bikes and then use them to commute to work and school. The center also repairs and sells bicycles to support its programs.
Every cent we get goes into programs that we do. We don't have a margin.